Hello, everybody. As usual, my name is Elijah, and this is Rainy Day Movie Reviews. Just to make sure we're all on the same page, this is our fourth podcast, so let's get started with Captain America the Winter Soldier. The plot for this movie can be quite confusing, but I'll try to talk about the key points just to make sure we're all understanding of it. Captain America, after being unconscious for 66 years, was now put back into the real world as an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. He was still a super soldier, but he worked for S.H.I.E.L.D. They were a group of secret agents that followed orders. Sometimes they didn't do what was morally correct, and this bothered Captain America. On one mission, Captain America and Black Widow were put together, but later he discovered that Black Widow had a different mission than he was given. Cap addressed Nicholas Fury, the head of S.H.I.E.L.D. Fury goes on to explain Project Insight, which was S.H.I.E.L.D.'s plan to use an algorithm to predict people's future and kill them before they can cause problems using the helicarriers. That is why Black Widow was needed in this mission. She had a different mission to obtain info that Captain America was not aware of. Obviously, Steve Rogers, also known as Captain America, did not support these sneaky doings. After this conversation, Cap left to try and grab his bearings and try and take in this information that he's been received, that people don't always operate by their moral code. Later on, Fury was led to believe that Project Insight was compromised, that there was a hacker. So then he wanted to shut down the plan. The board of S.H.I.E.L.D. denied this. Long story short, Fury gets attacked by the, air quote, authorities. It was unknown why at this time. Later on, Captain America ends up talking to Fury, where Fury tells Cap to trust no one. Later on, Fury gets shot by a man on the roof across from Captain America's apartment. Steve Rogers then pursues this assassin to find out who it is. He later finds out that this man, as well as he is, a super soldier. Throughout the movie, Captain America and Black Widow work together to get to the bottom of this mystery of Agent Fury's assassination. But eventually, Steve Rogers discovers that the super soldier from earlier was his old best friend, who was supposed to be dead. You may know the name, Bucky Barnes. Throughout the whole movie, Captain America and Black Widow had been working to figure out what S.H.I.E.L.D.'s plan was, why Nick Fury was assassinated. But then Cap finally realizes what the plan for Project Insight was. It turns out Hydra from the first movie didn't really die with the Red Skull like we thought it would. It managed to stay alive, and it was operating within S.H.I.E.L.D. itself. Hydra's plan was to use Project Insight to kill off those who threatened society and S.H.I.E.L.D. Captain America, with help, had nearly successfully stopped the plan of Hydra. But of course, Captain America came to a final fight with Bucky Barnes, who went by the Winter Soldier, and he was a notorious assassin. Cap refused to fight Bucky because he would not fight his best friend. The helicarrier went down in flames, but rather than leaving Cap to drown and die, Bucky, for some reason, decided to save him, but leave him on the beach, alive. Bucky was unaware why he remembered Cap, and why Cap remembered him, but he had a feeling in his mind that he should save Cap, because they had some bond that Bucky could not shake. By the end of this movie, S.H.I.E.L.D. and Hydra had been completely shut down and destroyed. Project Insight was a failure, and the government now realized how corrupt S.H.I.E.L.D. was. So S.H.I.E.L.D. was shut down. Nick Fury, who had faked his own death, went into hiding, and Captain America was recommended to go into hiding as well. And that is the end of Captain America the Winter Soldier. Captain America will never be seen in another film again, as he is still in hiding. Nah, I'm just playing. He comes back in Captain America Civil War and basically every other Marvel movie you know. But I had you there for a second. Oh, I'm such a comedian. But there are a few reasons why I chose to do this movie. Not only because it's a part of the Captain America series, but I also think it is a very good movie. As confusing as it may be, the first time I was very confused. But after you watch it one or two more times, you begin to really appreciate it for what it is. It's Captain America stuck in this conflict about whether to do the right thing or whether to do what may be best for humanity. And he's stuck in this mental conflict throughout the whole movie. And he has to deal with his conflict with his best friend who doesn't even remember him now. It's such a dilemma that this movie puts him in, and it's very cool to watch him try and work through that and see how it transforms him into the future. The action scenes in this movie are so good, and I love how you see Captain America against who we thought to be the good guys for the longest time. It's a twist that you don't often see, but when you do see it, it can be done very well, and it can make the plot very good and entertaining to watch. In the Marvel Universe, Bucky Barnes at the end of this movie as well goes into hiding, as he is an assassin and a criminal. And so then we see that in the next movies, especially Captain America Civil War, where Cap still believes that Bucky can change. And so Cap goes out of his way to make sure that Bucky remembers Cap. And so then in that whole movie, we see them working together, and it's very cool to see that dynamic duo back together again. And Captain America the Winter Soldier leads you up into that. And it's very well done, as everything is in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I believe now is time for me to give this movie a rating, as I give every movie. Of course, we rate it on the great muffin scale out of 5. I'm going to have to say, I'm afraid I'm going to have to give this movie a 4 out of 5, just because how confusing the plot can get. If you are not invested in the Marvel Universe and you're not invested in the movie itself, you may get lost and you may get confused. But then again, if you enjoy it as much as I do, you will love this movie, and it may be one of your favorites. But I just think it depends on your personality and your preference, really. So 4 out of 5 muffins. As we are wrapping up our 4th podcast on the Rainy Day Movie Reviews website, I would like to thank those of you for sticking around and just listening. If you have any advice, opinions, feel free to send me an email or put them in the comments below. Thank you, and until next time, this has been the Rainy Day Movie Reviews.